I will be doing this demo in the Caron Simply Soft acrylic yarn. This is the colorway Soft Pink, and usually Caron Simply Soft recommends a hook size of 5.5, or in this case 5, depends on how old your label is, I guess. But this one recommends a 5mm hook. Because we're doing puff stitches and I do want the puffs to be a bit tighter, I will be using a Tulip Atimo hook in the size 4mm. This has a pointier tip, which I find to be easier to use for tighter stitches. To start the square, we will start with a slip knot, so cross the yarn over itself, grab the piece underneath and pull it through the loop. I find this technique to be easier than a magic circle, but some people prefer the magic circle. We're going to do it this way for this one, but if you prefer a magic circle, you can start that way as well. We're going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to create a loop by slip stitching into the first chain. And that is a teeny tiny loop, and we're going to be working into that loop in our first round. So for our first round, we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That counts as if it's a double crochet. Obviously it's not a double crochet, but let's bookmark it in our minds as if it's a double crochet. So that's the first double crochet. We're going to do a total of 12. So that means we're going to do 11 more double crochets directly into the center of that loop. So this is double crochet number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we should have 12 double crochets in that first round, counting the first chain 3 as a double crochet. In this round, I stitched over most of the tail just so we can avoid having to weave it in at the end. To finish off this round, we're going to slip stitch into the top chain of that first chain 3, just so we can close this loop. And so far you should have something that looks something like this. To start the second round, we're going to chain 3, and we're going to be working directly into that base stitch at the bottom of that chain 3. So we're going to count this chain 3 as the first bar of our puff. We're going to do, I don't know what the right term is, but the first pull-up part of our puff. To do a puff stitch, we yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up. That's 1. We're going to do a total of 4. So if we count that chain 3 as the first one, this is the second one. We're going to do 2 more. Yarn over, insert your hook into the stitch, yarn over, pull up, and 1 more. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook, and now we're going to chain 1. So that's one puff stitch. Now we're going to do another puff stitch in the stitch right next to it. So it's right here. Yarn over. We're going to yarn over and pull up 4 times. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 1. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 3. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 4. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook and then chain 1. That's 2 puffs. Now we're going to do the same thing in the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull up 4 times. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 1. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 2. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 3. yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 4. Now we're going to yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. And after 3 puff stitches, we're going to chain 5. That is going to be the corner of your square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that forms the corner. You can't tell right now because we haven't done any of the other sides. So it's going to be like that. But what we're going to do is we're going to work 1 puff stitch into each of the next 3 stitches, and it'll start coming together. So find your next stitch, which for me is right here, and we're going to do another puff stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 4. Now you have all these loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, and then chain 1. We're going to do this in the next stitch as well. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. Now chain 1. One more time for this side. Yarn over, insert in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops that are on your hook. Now we're going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is going to be your second corner. You can see how the corner is formed after you start doing the next side. We're going to do the same thing here. Find the next stitch. For me, it's right here. We're going to make another puff stitch. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 1. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull through all the stitches on our hook, and then chain 1. Should be coming together, I hope. Find the next stitch. We're going to make another puff stitch there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 1. So each side is getting 3 puff stitches, which means we have 1 more to go on this side. So find the next stitch and insert a puff stitch. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. Now we're at a corner since we've just done 3 puff stitches, so we're going to chain 5 to make that corner. 1, 2, 3, oops, it happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 1 more side of this square to do. So find the next stitch here. We're going to place a puff in that stitch. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Now yarn over and pull through all the stitches on your hook. All the loops on your hook, excuse me. Now chain 1. We have 2 more puffs to go. So we're going to place a puff in the next stitch, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook and chain 1. Now find the last stitch on this side of the square that's missing a puff. We're going to put a puff there. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. Now since we're at the last corner, we're going to chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And to close out that square, we're going to find the stitch at the top of this puff, and we're going to slip stitch into that stitch just to close off that corner. And you should have something that looks like this. To start the next round, we're going to slip stitch our way into that next chain space here. So we're just going to slip stitch our way over here. It's kind of cheating, but I think it's allowed. So now to start this round, we're going to chain 3, and that is the beginning of the puff we're going to do in that chain space in between the first 2 puffs. So we're going to yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3. Now, because that chain 3 counts as the first yarn over pull up for this puff, that's all we need to do. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 1, and we're going to move on to the next chain space here, and we're going to place a puff there. So yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. And now we're going to chain 2, and now we're at the corner. What we're going to do at the corner is we're going to, for this row, we're going to place 5 double crochets into the corner, into that chain 5 space, right into that space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to work on this side. So we're going to chain 2. We're going to find that first chain space in between the first 2 puffs. We're going to place a puff right there in that chain space. So yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, and chain 1. Now we're going to find the next chain space in between the next 2 puffs on that side. Yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. And now we're at the end of that side, and we're going to chain 2. And we're going to repeat what we did in this corner, which is place 5 double crochets into that chain 5 corner space. We're going to go right through that chain space. So 5 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to chain 2, and now we're working on a third side. So we're going to place a puff in between each of these puffs into those chain spaces, so a puff here and a puff here. So we're going to start, we're going to find that first chain space in between the first 2 puffs. Yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 1, find the next chain space in between the next 2 puffs, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook. And since we're at the end of that side, and next thing we have to do is work in that chain 5 space, we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. And in the chain 5 space, we're going to repeat what we've done in the last 2 chain 5 spaces, which is place 5 double crochets directly into that chain 5 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and we're going to chain 2, and we have one more side to work into to complete this round of our square. So we're going to place a puff in between those first 2 puffs in the previous row. So yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 1, find the next chain space in between the next 2 puffs. We're going to place a puff there, yarn over, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, and since we're at the corner, we're going to chain 2, and in this last corner, we're going to place 5 double crochets, just like we've done in all of the other corners. So into that chain 5 space, in that big space, we're going to place 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to close this round by slip stitching into the top of that first puff on that side. You should have something that looks like this. To start the next round, we are going to do the same thing we did in the previous round, which is slip stitch until we get to that chain space in between those 2 puffs. So we're just going to slip stitch into that space so we can start there. And we're going to start in very much the same way that we started the previous 2 rows, which is chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to place a puff stitch directly into that chain space in between those 2 puffs, with that chain 3 counting as the first yarn over pull through. So we're going to do 3 more yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull up. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we have the corner, which is 5 double crochets. We're going to place a double crochet on the top of the first double crochet from the previous row. And then we're going to chain 1. We're going to place a double crochet at the top of the second double crochet in the previous row. We're going to chain 1. Now you're at the middle, the third double crochet in the corner. We're going to place 3 double crochets into this double crochet with a chain 1 in between. So we're going to place a double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet right back into that same stitch, chain 1, and a last double crochet into that same stitch, that corner stitch, and we're going to chain 1. So there are 3 double crochets in that 1 double crochet. That's the very corner. Now we're going to double crochet in the following double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet into the last of those 5 double crochets in the previous row. Now we're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to build another puff in between, in that chain space between those 2 puffs in the previous row. So yarn over, insert, pull up 1, yarn over, pull up 2, yarn over, pull up 3, yarn over, pull up 4, yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, and chain 3. Now we are back at a 5 double crochet corner in the previous row. We're going to repeat exactly what we did in the last corner. So we're going to double crochet into that first double crochet, chain 1, then we're going to double crochet into the second double crochet, chain 1. Now we're at that third double crochet, which is the corner of the square, and we're going to place 3 double crochets in that double crochet, but with a chain 1 in between. So 1, chain 1, another 1, chain 1, and a third double crochet, chain 1. Next we're going to go to the next stitch and place a double crochet at the top of that double crochet, chain 1, and then place a double crochet on top of the last of the 5 double crochets in that corner, chain 3. Now we're on the next side. Find that chain space in between those 2 puff stitches on that side. We're going to place a puff in that chain space. So yarn over, insert, pull up 1, yarn over, insert, pull up 2, yarn over, insert, pull up 3, yarn over, insert, pull up 4. Yarn over, pull through all the loops on your hook, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we're back at the corner, and we're going to repeat what we're doing in every corner, which is double crochet in the top of the first, double crochet in that group of 5, chain 1, double crochet in the second, double crochet, chain 1, and we're at the third double crochet. We're going to double crochet in that third double crochet, chain 1, double crochet back into that same double crochet, chain 1, and place a third double crochet in that same stitch, and then chain 1. Now moving on to the next stitch, double crochet into that stitch, chain 1, and then double crochet into the last of that 5 double crochets from the previous row, chain 3. Now find the 2 puff stitches in the previous row and the chain space in between them. We're going to place a puff stitch in between those 2, yarn over, pull 1 up, yarn over, pull 2 up, yarn over, pull 3 up, yarn over, pull 4 up. Now yarn over and pull through all the loops on your hook and then chain 3. We are at our final corner of 5 double crochets. In that first double crochet on top of it, chain 1, double crochet on top of the second double crochet, chain 1. In the third one, we're going to place 1 double crochet, chain 1. We're going into the third one again with another double crochet, chain 1, and then a third double crochet in the same double crochet, chain 1. Go on to the next stitch, double crochet, chain 1, in the last of the 5 double crochets, double crochet, and we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and connect it back into the very first puff stitch you made in that round into the top by slip stitch. And at the end of this round, you should have something that looks like this. This is such a pretty square. Now we're going to do one more round just to give this square a little bit of a frame, give a little bit of structure, even though it does have a lot of structure because this center part is so dense. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to place a single crochet right back into that stitch that we're sitting on top of. Now we have a chain 3 in front of us, so we're going to put 3 single crochets into that chain space, 1 single crochet at the top of that first double crochet in the previous row, 1 single crochet in the chain space, 1 single crochet at the top of the next double crochet, 1 single crochet in that chain space, 1 single crochet at the top of that next double crochet, 1 single crochet in the chain space, and then we're going to place 3 single crochets in this corner double crochet stitch. So it's 3 single crochets at the top of that double crochet just to keep that corner pointy. Now we have a chain space, so we're going to place a single crochet there, a single crochet at the top of the next double crochet, a single crochet in the chain space, a single crochet on top of the next double crochet, a single crochet in the chain space, and a single crochet on top of the last double crochet in that group. Now we have a chain 3. We're going to place 3 single crochets into that chain space, 1 single crochet on top of that puff in the previous row. Now there's a chain 3, so we're going to place 3 single crochets into that chain space. Now we're at the corner again. 1 single crochet on top of that first double crochet, 1 single crochet in that chain space, 1 single crochet on top of that second double crochet, 1 single crochet in that chain space, 1 single crochet in the next double crochet, 1 single crochet in the chain space. Now you are at the corner double crochet, the very middle one of that group of 3 you placed in the corner. So we're going to place 3 single crochets on top of that center corner double crochet. Next we have a chain space, place a single crochet in the chain space, a single crochet on top of the next double crochet, a single crochet in the next chain space, a single crochet in the next double crochet, a single crochet in the chain space, and a single crochet on top of the last double crochet in that corner group. Now we're at a chain 3 space, and we're going to place 3 single crochets into that chain 3 space, a single crochet on top of that puff stitch. We have another chain 3 space, place 3 single crochets in that chain 3 space. Now we're at another group of corner double crochets and chains. So single crochet on top of that first double crochet, single crochet in the chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the chain space. Now this is the corner double crochet. We're going to place 3 single crochets on top of this one double crochet. So 3 single crochets in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3. Now single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet on top of the last double crochet in that corner. Now we're at a chain 3 space. We're going to place 3 single crochets, 1, 2, 3. Then we have a single crochet on top of that puff in the previous row. Now we have a chain 3 space, so 3 single crochets in that chain 3 space. Now we're back at a corner, single crochet on top of the first double crochet in that group, single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the next chain space, single crochet in the next double crochet, single crochet in the chain space. Now this is the corner double crochet, and we're going to place 3 single crochets on top of this one stitch. 1, 2, 3. Next single crochet into the chain space next to it, single crochet on top of the double crochet, single crochet in the chain space, single crochet in the double crochet, single crochet in the chain space, single crochet on top of the last double crochet in that corner. Now you have a chain 3 space. We're going to place 3 single crochets in that chain 3 space, and we should be back where we started, and we're going to slip stitch to close out this final round. And we're going to fasten off. It is such a beautiful puffy square motif with a beautiful star in the middle. I think it's great for holiday projects, for autumn projects, or just even for decor. You can use it with lots of squares that look just like this, or you can use it as part of other projects that use different kinds of squares, like a quilt, or make it a medley. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.